on over, Patrick, please.
Thank you.
Patrick, welcome to Charlotte Soccer
Welcome
Show.
to Charlotte Soccer Show. You're making your debut.
Thanks so much for being on the show today.
In your life, and
me.
your career as a soccer player, there's your collegiate debut, there's your MLS debut, and there's your Charlotte Soccer Show debut. So congratulations, brother.
Happy to be here.
You need a beer, Patrick, by the way?
I'm all set.
Yeah,
all right, cool.
not right
just
now.
Just making sure. Don't want to leave you hanging.
Yeah, we're streaming live on X, on Instagram, on YouTube as well. So, Patrick, it's great it's great to have you here. Welcome back from Nashville last night.
Yeah.
Pleasure to have you on the show. What was it like? You make your first start of the season, and you get a full 90 in you. How you feeling today?
Yeah, I mean, of course, when you get your first 90 in the MLS, it's going to be a little different because I never did it before. But body is, of course, sore. But, I mean, I woke up feeling good today and just ready to get going again.
Now, how could you be sore? It's not like they were fouling you every play or anything like that. I mean, what's going on, you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess they weren't fouling much.
Right.
But
According to the referee, they weren't at least. You know, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, man.
And I do want to talk about that because I'm not here to get you in trouble bashing referees. I definitely don't want that. But I do know that Coach Dean Smith last night had some comments. And I don't need you to comment on that. I'm not trying to get you in trouble. But what's it like to have a coach go to bat for you like that and just know that he supports you and that other people see whatever you're feeling inside, other people see it too?
I mean, like I said, this obviously his first year, but he's had a really big impact on me and he trusted me and he always backs us. He backs the team. So when you hear a coach backing you off the field, it's like on the field, I want to go 110% for him every chance I get. So, yeah, I always appreciate him.
It's been a pleasure kind of seeing him get the squad together and getting you all on the same page for sure. And you can see that the changing room, the locker room, there's good vibes. We kept saying that, right? It's hard to not have good vibes when you're hanging down in Florida together. You make a trip out to Coachella. Right. I mean, you guys seem like you're having a great time so far this season.
Oh, man, we're having a great time. I think preseason was the start of it. And I think this year, like, you guys will see more just the togetherness. And when everything starts to click, you'll see.
So how's the connection going? The one thing I was at the match last night. I drove overnight. You could have rode with me, by the way. I'm sure the plane was a lot nicer. But
I was surprised Danny couldn't get a ticket on the plane, the charter on the way home.
The charter next time, Sun Country.
I'll ask him. I'll make sure to get on.
I'm embedded reporter, you know, like back in the old days. So, but I just wanted to. What did you think of all the fan support there? It was one of the strongest showings of support. We had, at least 1,000 folks, if not more, and they kind of did us dirty a little bit. You don't have to comment on that, but just. Did you feel the fan support? Did you feel like we were showing out in numbers for y'all?
When we walked out for the game, when we walked it out for the starting 11, I just hear a roar of like Charlotte. I'm like, wait, hold on. And then I look up and then I see like it's amazing. I mean, like I always say, like I'm so blessed to be here because his fans are just insane. Like I've never really experienced anything about like this. So we always love y'all, man. Like we love y'all to death because you guys are the reason why we really drive each and every day. We want you guys to be happy.
And there's no doubt, for what it's worth, Patrick, you're a fan favorite. People love you. It's just
call back.
Yeah, it's like we have watch parties, away watch parties at Hop Fly. And when you don't get to start, typically about 60 minutes into the match, you start hearing some murmurs. Right. And all of a sudden people start,
through the room,
call Pat.
Call Pat. Call Pat. When we need a goal and it's like 20 minutes left in the match, we're like, call this man. Yeah. But you went 90 last night, and you mentioned that, and that's something that that's kind of a theme on our show. This is year 3 of our show, and even from the very beginning, we salute the full 90. And like that ability, do you think there's more full 90s ahead in your future here coming up?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, I felt good. Like, obviously, it's the first 90, so it's not gonna be like my best 90 performance. But I think as time goes, especially with the little setback I had, I think it's just as more game goes, I think the more flow I'll be in, and the more stats will come.
For me, before we let you get out of here, and we appreciate so much taking the time.
Thank you,
by the way, shout out to you for hanging out with the supporters, signing autographs.
Of course, I live for this.
This guy's been walking around the block party just like meet and greet. It's like if you're not here, you're missing out, basically. Fan favorite over here.
So we're ahead of here. It's Crown Legacy versus Carolina Core. You have experience for playing for Crown Legacy. What did Crown Legacy do for you as a player, getting all the minutes out on the pitch, preparing you for now this moment as an MLS starting striker?
Yeah, I mean, it set me up for success. I always say that coming in, it was tricky for me just to get straight into MLS. I don't want to just get thrown into the fire, especially if I'm not ready. But, man, they set me up. They set me up for success, and I always appreciate them because I think my best play and my best brand was shown on the field here last year. So
that's where I discovered you. Yeah, I was like, get this guy to the first team immediately, please.
Exactly. So it's just now that I had that experience and I was able to play and perform the way I did here, is just transitioning that to the MLS. So, yeah, I'm grateful.
So who's next? This is MLS Next Pro. you know, you're probably not going to be playing with the legacy too much this year, I don't think, you know, unless something goes horribly wrong. So, who's next? Who are we out here watch for? I mean, you and Yuri connected pretty nicely a lot last year. Now you're doing it on the first team. So what kind of connection? Who are you watching when you're watching this game tonight?
Honestly, this is my first time watching the boys, so I'm gonna be similar to you guys.
You're in the same boat as me.
I'm similar to you guys.
That's
but I honestly love it. I love watching new boys play and just seeing a new team. So I'm excited to see who's going to step up and be the guy in the legacy.
And we will get some names. We're going to talk to Darius Barnes, Crown Legacy president. He's coming up. We had to get the superstars, obviously. You got to lead with your best. But we love Darius, and he will be joining us shortly. So he's going to give us some Crown Legacy names to watch for. But I think that's awesome. We're all in the same boat. We're just here. The Crown Legacy basically rebuilt their team. A lot of guys moved up. Some moved on. And now we get to see a whole new thing.
Exactly. Simple as that.
It's been a pleasure to follow your story. And talk about humble beginnings into to now playing for MLS. Next up,
by the way, this guy interviewed your college coach. That's how deep we go. This guy called your college coach.
Wow, no, I love that. I love that, man. I love that.
So the next thing that's up, right, is Patrick's going to be bagging goals this season, and then that next contract is coming. There's no doubt about that.
You need an agent?
Hey, shoot. The way he's talking, I might have
to. Exactly.
Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me as well, man. I appreciate it.
Have a great week, and we can't wait to see you 2 games in a row at home.
Exactly.
Finally, back at home against Columbus and Cincy. Let's get 6 points over the next couple of weeks. How about that?
You guys will probably know my parents love your show, though, to be fair.
Really?
So
we did know
they joke around with you guys' show. So
hell yeah.
That's great to know. They're welcome anytime.
They want to come on?
Make sure they know. They're Tifos. Patrick Agyemang's parents are Tifos. Who would have known?
Joining Mindy Bender, Privets, and everybody else. You know,
I love that.
We're the most popular podcast with players' parents, and that's got to be something for sure.
But cheers. Thanks again so much for taking the time, having me on the show. Let you get you out here. And are you going to be watching the match? Staying for the match?
Of course, I'll be there.
We got a new tradition. There's a new tradition. Your boy Isaac Walker came up and shared a little new tradition that's going on. So make sure you stay to the end, all right?
I'll be there.
Post-game tradition coming up.
Perfect.
He's Patrick Agyemang. Of course, you know him as Charlotte FC striker. You can see him at the Fortress at the Keep over the next 2 Saturdays.
Yes,
and I know he's going to open his account in this
100%.
next couple weeks.
It's happening.
Yep. Cheers to you, Pat. Thanks so much. Cheers.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon.
Sure.
And give your parents our best, please.
Please, yeah.
Yes.
They're welcome to join us anytime. For sure. For sure, man.